Hey everyone, good afternoon. How are you doing today? My hope is that you're doing well and that you're doing wonderful. I wanted to just take a quick moment to say something I've said before, but it's really important. Now, podcasts are great, but you got to be careful if you're watching them just to get information, because not all the information that you get is accurate. For instance, we may follow the same certain PodCraft, and sometimes they say things that are not accurate. So it's really important to pay attention to the information that you take in. Just because someone calls themselves a coach or an expert or a master or a god doesn't mean that it's fucking true. For instance, there's a certain podcaster that I used to watch all the time, and he appeared on another woman, lady, female, we'll call her female's podcast last night at like 11:30 at night. And they were talking about the Smurfs. And, they were talking about how Azrael is the same as Azazel, simply because their names sound somewhat familiar and the same, similar, not familiar, that they sound the same. And that is not accurate. Just because a name sounds similar to another doesn't mean that they're the same thing. Now, a person who follows some of these famous people and looks at them as idols may take their word as fact when it's fucking not. So I just really encourage you guys to use your brain. Not everything you hear is accurate, so take it like a grain of salt. Do the research. That's all. Have a good one. Peace of my mind. Bye. So who is Azrael in the Bible? Well, he is one of God's angels of death. He acts as a psychopomp, and he's responsible for transporting the souls of the deceased after their death. And then we have the demon Azazel. I've done several videos on Azazel in the past. Now, he is the demon who was associated with the ancient rite of the Day of Atonement. That was the one where he was the scapegoat who was sent out bearing the sins of the Jewish people. He was also known as the demon of war and makeup. He specifically taught women how to adorn themselves with makeup as well as jewelry in order to fool people. So are they the same demon? No, they are not. So this is why I encourage you to do your own research, because not everything you hear is accurate.